Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video it'll be for Love Island 2023 Series 9 Episode 42. I'll leave a link down below to Episode 41, which was another Unseen Bits, the sixth one of this series. Of course, going to be spoilers. Without further ado, let's get on with it. So, Claudia was crying basically with the whole situation with Rosie and Casey. Will and Casey were speaking. Keenan checked up on Claudia to make sure she was okay. And I think he called her his Northern Princess. Rosie and Casey were talking. Then we had Ron and Lana chilling, just being around each other, and then talking about the speech that she did in the recoupling. Claudia and Casey were then talking. In bed, Will and Jessie kissed and they spooned. Kai was on Sanam and they were kissing. Rosie said she sleeps with 2 pillows. Casey sleeps with 1. Claudia was crying in bed. She got up and slept outside. Tanya and Shaq, there was a neck kiss. Tom and Sammy spooned. Maxwell and Olivia spooned as well. Rosie thinks Claudia and Casey, there's like no sexual chemistry, and I think she was talking to the girls like Sammy and all that. And then Sammy told Claudia about that Casey comment, Casey and Claudia comment that Rosie made. Claudia and Rosie were talking all about the whole thing. Then we had a challenge, Saints and Sinners. So there's a couple of challenges. Basically, first challenge, everyone had to throw a trident at this wheel, and whoever landed on, they had to snog. So Will chose Jessie, and he landed on Jessie. Olivia tried to get Maxwell, but missed the board, or like hit the board and then it just didn't land. Kai went for Sanam, but it literally went over. Rosie wanted to go for Casey, so that just shows you that mark. Claudia's a bit like, okay. And then it hit Kai. Rosie tried for Lana, got that. And then Claudia went for Casey, but she was saying, I hope I get Jessie instead. But when it landed, it was sort of in. It was like in 3 different parts, but the main part was on Casey, so she got a kiss. Whether, Casey was happy with that, I don't know, but he's sort of keeping his cards close to his chest at the moment. Sanam tried to go for Kai, got that. Lana tried to go for Ron, but was off the wheel over again. Casey, here's the thing. Casey tried to go for Tanya, but it's sort a cop-out. And then I think at one point, Keenan tried to go for Rosie, but they landed on Maxwell. So I was like, you're not going to kiss a guy. So they didn't show that, I think. And then Tanya ended up with Shaq and got that. The second challenge, the Devils had to throw these sponges, red sponges, at the Angels, and one of the Angels has to block them with the wings to try not to get much on the girls. And then it was the same way round. The Angels would do the same, and then one of the guys would be blocking, so Tom was blocking. Claudia and Keenan were talking, Rosie and Casey were talking, and Tom thinks, there's just sexual flirty, it's not personality there, and like Casey's head, I think, turns very quickly after like 2 or 3 days. You've known the person. Claudia, you've known longer, and you're already turning your head. Yeah, Rosie and Casey were talking again. Claudia and Jessie were talking. Then Claudia and Casey were talking. Lana and Ron talking, and he was saying he's never met anyone like Lana. He said he's never had a relationship. And then, so he said, you would be my first girlfriend. And he said, I don't want exclusive, I want the whole title. So he asked Lana if, they could be boyfriend and girlfriend. And she said yes. So we have our first official Love Island couple, boyfriend and girlfriend of the villa, Lana and Ron. In bed, Will and Jessie kissed. Kai and Sanam cuddled. Tom and Sammy kissed. Casey said he wanted to give Rosie a cuddle. But he was like, felt a bit guilty. So she just turned over and his hand was like, Rosie held like Casey's hand at one point. Shaq and Tanya cuddled. Olivia and Maxwell were like apart. She like took all the covers, and then Lana and Ron spooned. And then in Monday's night episode that's just gone, there was the Snogberry pie So basically, you know, each person, they choose someone to snog, someone to marry, and then someone to pie. So that should be interesting who people choose. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.